everybody, what's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So yesterday I had my monthly liberals versus conservative panel, and it was hot and funny, as a matter of fact. I had a good time. And here are some highlights from that show. Enjoy.
I don't think anybody's ever denied that the Azov regiment
initially when it was Putin's claims he wants to denazify Ukraine, and first
that's
nation
one
was
of the many excuses he gave after.
But they were saying, they were like, oh, the mainstream was like, no, there's no Nazi problem. The president is Jewish, whose father died in the Holocaust. And then when people started bringing up Azov, then they changed the script. Well, they're not the majority. I mean, even the ADL, they used to like monitor them. Now it's like, well, they're a minority and they don't kill Jews, so it's fine. So I'm like, okay, so American neo-Nazis bad, but Ukrainian neo-Nazis good?
Wait, nobody can invade America and say that the reason we're doing it is because there are neo-Nazis in America, right? That wouldn't be enough justification. It's up to America to deal with that.
Well, the thing is with Putin, there's been an issue with these breakaway regions like Donbass and one that starts with an L. I think the initials is LNR. Those folks have been said they're terrorized by the neo-Nazi elements of the Ukrainian military, and that's an issue going back to 2014. So that's part of the thing that like Putin was addressing. It's like, no, it's not everybody in Ukraine is not neo-Nazis. They not dominate the entire Ukraine, but there is they have a neo-Nazi problem.
So are you telling me Putin invaded Ukraine to get rid of neo-Nazis in the Donbass region?
No, that's just one of his reasonings. I mean, there was also NATO and some other stuff, but I thought we were talking about the neo-Nazi element. He didn't just invade to just get rid of neo-Nazis. That was one of his reasons, was the denazification.
I don't know. It feels weird seeing everyone having like jumped on like the "We Stand Ukraine" bandwagon, like when a few years ago we were talking about how corrupt they were. It's like that there's this like, it was a meme like, I support the current thing, and then it said like every current thing that people have supported and like their dates, and I'm like, yup, this is just another one to add to the list. Because Americans are literally LARPing, thinking that like this is like the Avengers or some shit, because Americans are stupid. It's
Felix,
really
you
funny.
can't possibly be like okay for nations to get invaded by other countries and taken over, right?
Are you okay
we should be promoting democracy.
I do.
Alliances,
I
right?
think it's stupid that Americans are getting involved in it. I think it's a problem when we have Americans literally going over to Ukraine to fight the war with Ukraine and Russia.
Some people like fighting, but yeah.
Like when people who deadass do that, I'm like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Hypocrites. We've just exercised our power.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Look up the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what the Cuban Missile Crisis
so
is. There's
why,
no reason that America shouldn't like...
If you know about that, then why is that acceptable, but what Russia preventing the same thing from happening to it in Ukraine is, oh, Russia bad. We as Americans, we as America would never allow Russia to put a military base, let alone nukes, in Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Canada, or Hawaii, well, not Hawaii, Hawaii is ours, or Mexico. We would never allow that. But we're supposed to point our fingers at Russia when they won't allow that shit to happen to them via Ukraine?
Well, I don't know what you mean by hypocrites. We exercise enough political power to prevent nukes from coming to our doorstep.
You don't see how this is hypocritical for America.
No, we didn't invade any countries, right?
Hold on. Oh.
I mean,
please be hold on.
America's been bombed with democracy.
Rafiq, hold that thought. I'm gonna see if are you saying that if Russia was to be real cool with Mexico and actually put a military base in Mexico along with nukes, we wouldn't fuck up Mexico?
Yeah, we would absolutely do that.
Oh so why
you're driving me crazy here. Go ahead, Rafiq. You just conceded to my point.
Oh.
Go ahead. I want the record to know that Grimace conceded to my point.
Yeah, you did, Grimace, but I wanted to just add.
Wait, no.
Listen. You do know. Listen. Grimace, you do. Have you been to Europe?
Yes.
You do know certain countries have different plugs, right? Socket, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So when he was last speaking, there was a socket, and this is on Twitter. All right. The socket behind him was Polish. It was not Ukrainian socket. All right.
Okay, so was that a green screen then? Is that you're saying
Yeah.
that that's a green
Yeah,
screen?
he was
Polish background?
he was behind a camera, and that socket was behind there with him pretending that he was in Kyiv. Okay.
So they put on the green screen a picture of Poland saying it was Kiev.
You know how, hold on. Oh, you can't see it. Back here, there's a socket back here, right? If I was saying that I'm in the UK, but you see an American socket, you can tell I'm lying.
Are you talking about an outlet plug?
Yeah,
Yes.
the outlet plug.
I'm not sure if these are as standardized as you think. Like I don't know how the sockets work between
the
Ukraine
outlet
and Poland.
plug
Are you sure
for
there's no
Poland
crossover
is
there?
different than an outlet plug for Ukraine. And when the Twitter finally showed like, oh, that motherfucker not even over in Ukraine, he never showed that socket. He changed his position from then on out. So now he's in front of a green screen. Every time you see, unless he's actually doing an interview like on Fox News where you see the green screen behind him, when he's in front of some building, that's a green screen, and it's an obvious green screen.
The guy who put this up says this is pure speculation. Of course, this is on Twitter. I'm not claiming
you
certainty
see it.
on this. He may very well be in Kiev still. Yeah. Okay.
See? Hold on.
That we can
My
consider peacetime and not
argument, hold
peacetime?
on. My argument is because you're justifying white supremacists, neo-Nazis to join an army. And you're saying, I got your argument. You don't got mine. You're saying that it's acceptable, which is shocking to me, you being a minority. You're saying that it's okay for neo-Nazis to join a military under wartime. I'm saying under no circumstances are white supremacists allowed to join an army. But that's besides the point. So I'm showing you under the time that they're
Americans,
peaceful, that the neo-Nazis were not only still allowed to stay in the army, they were now taking leadership positions.
Yeah, they should probably do their best to denazify that population.
Oh my
That's
God,
fine.
sound like
But,
something
the
Putin said.
circumstances
That's
which
Putin
the
propaganda.
battalion-
That's Putin propaganda, because didn't
still
Putin say
does.
he wanted to
That's what
denazify fucking Ukraine?
Sure, you can't get rid of these guys who are on the Eastern Front, who fucking hate Russians and are ultra Ukrainian nationalists, who want to fight against these people, who want to take their land, and say, actually, I would love for you to fight for your country with the rest of us, but you're also Nazis, so you're gonna have to sit this one out. That doesn't make any sense. It's
that does make sense.
Nazis,
that does
but,
make sense. That does make sense.
as long as you're
Nazis are
fighting
bad,
Russia,
Grimace. Nazis are bad. I don't know how many times. There's under no circumstances are neo-Nazis should be allowed in anybody's fucking
I'm
army.
not saying Nazis are good. If that's what you're getting out of this, I don't know what to tell you. I'm saying it's
I'm
understandable.
telling you that under
understand
no
when I say
circumstances
it's
are
understandable,
neo-Nazis.
You get that, right?
Yeah, you're saying that there are circumstances where neo-Nazis should be allowed in the military, and I'm telling you that's wrong. There's no
I bet you would
circumstances
change
when
your
white
tune really quick
supremacists.
if America was about to get destroyed by China. And we'll be like, actually, the good old boys in the South, all you clan members, you need to join the military and help fight back against the Red Scare.
There's
I think you'd be
under
fine
no
with that.
circumstances are white supremacists, neo-Nazis should, because I'm not going to bite that bullet. I bought the bullet last time. I'm not going to let you do it again. Under no circumstances.
I have no problem letting racists fight for me.
Under no
I don't know what to tell
circumstances
you.
are white supremacist neo-Nazis should be allowed to integrate into not only the military, but should hold leadership positions under no circumstances.
It seems like a pretty complicated issue. It seems like the Ukrainian government needs to do a job of
Complicated.
The Ukrainian government needs to do a job of making sure that the Nazi ideology from
that's
that
the typical
battalion doesn't spread.
Isn't it?
Right? But
It's
at
a
the same
typical
time, accepting the
response,
fact
isn't
that
it?
they need
It's
them for the defense of their
complicated.
country. So they have to do both.
It's complicated.
That's what they always say. It's
So you just-
complicated. It's
Well,
complicated.
you're the ones who are like, Nazis are bad, therefore Russia can invade another country.
So you're focusing on
Ukrainians
one
do
reason to
not
do this,
need
that. There's several reasons.
neo-Nazis to fight. We America do not need white supremacist Klansmen to fight. Nazis are
At some
bad.
point, we would
Nazis
need them,
are bad.
and Ukraine obviously needs them because they're fucking getting invaded by Russia right now.
They do not need.
Okay, so some
they
point
do
the
not
United States
need
is going
a
to need
terrorist
Nazis.
organization.
Did you hear that?
So you're saying it's okay for ISIS to join them too, huh? I mean, if you make
they
excuses
have.
for
ISIS has
neo-Nazis,
joined
you
them.
might as well make excuses for fucking everybody else, all the other terrorist ideology organizations, dude.
ISIS
As long as
is
they're not,
fighting for-
furthering their agenda,
ISIS
it's fine.
is fighting for Ukraine. This is a section of the Chechens that view Russia as the occupiers. They're fighting on the side of Ukraine, so there's already ISIS fighters fighting along with the neo-Nazis in Ukraine. So.
Oh, but hey, Rafiq, how dare you? They're the good kind of ISIS. It's complicated. You know what I'm saying? Because Russia is big, so therefore Ukraine needs neo-Nazis and ISIS to fight along with them.
By another country. No, I think like the point is like really good that like we've like made this sort of exception for black people to like have arguments about this, whether it's acceptable or not, or whether it's any of our business or things like that.
It is our business, and we need to hold black people accountable. Yeah, we need to hold black people accountable for when they do shit like that. That's illegal, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have been escorted. You should have been either arrested. Chris Rock didn't charge him with a crime. That's fine. I wouldn't have charged him with a crime either. But it seems like with the culture that we're bringing, when we're going further and further into identity politics and everybody's trying to go with their victimhoods,
true,
that we can now like paint pictures into these groups and the way that they behave, and we end up being like way more racist when we're allegedly trying to become less racist. So yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
They ghettoed up the Oscars and they solidified that with black on black crime.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't believe that's what they called it.
And there you have it, the highlight from the show last night, liberals versus conservatives. So we had a lot of good topics and it was really enjoyable. If you would like to see this video in its full context, because it's too hot to be on YouTube, go to the link that's available in the description box as well as the pinned comment. And trust me, you will not want to miss this entire debate in its entire context. So go and support me over there. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to watch these videos. Just go over there. I also have a comment section. So support me by supporting me on my platform, treeoflogic.com. I'll see you there. Later, taters.